Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, and those in between, welcome to another edition of the Creative Carousel, in which normally what happens is each episode a new booker steps up to try to right the wrongs and to take helm of this creatively challenged company and try to steer it in the right direction. I am your host and operator of this ride, MrLeedles, and normally this would be where I introduce my special guest for the episode, figure out who's going to step up, but today we do something a bit different. Just as we did the last time around, we have gone through every single person who is an eligible booker for this cycle, and we now reach our second pay-per-view event, the second edition of Story Arc Complete, which is where I get to book under a few different rules compared to what we normally do. So I'm going to not go to New England. We've been there a lot. What place have we not been to in a while? Mid-South is one we haven't been to in a while, so we'll do the pay-per-view there. I'm just going to do best possible location, because that's the best choice. Generic venue is fine. We're in a generic venue in the Mid-South. We're going to go onto our broadcaster, as to be expected. We're going to do our booking team meeting. 203. Let's go character ideas. I'm going to have to use a lot of these. A lot of gambles. Finally, we get one that's not. Anyhow, locker room incidents. You're approached by Eddie, Angle, Edge, and Ray. Allowed Chavo. That's fine, yeah. He has enough friends back here. Finley trained the women. Regal trained the men. Chase Stevens has a creative finish. Eddie Kingston has a creative finish. Pac has a creative finish. Selling to Raymond Rowe. Psych to Jay Briscoe. Puts him to a 59. Okay. Psych to Kevin Steen. Puts him to a 60. Corey Graves does good. God damn it, Jesse James. Alright. So, I am going to Inspire. This is the last show of the calendar year. Because, for reference, whenever I do one of these, I always take about a month break in-game to let workers heal up and whatnot. So, this will be the last show of the 2004 calendar. We will be hitting 2005. That's not the only thing of note here. We also do, when we do pay-per-view events, that there is no crowd burnout, and there are no booking times. This show can go as long as need be in order for me to be able to fairly gauge what's needed on this show. I'm going to keep booking times on for the moment, though, just so I don't accidentally start the show with only like 3 segments. Anyhow, there are a bit more differences if you haven't been here before and you're just tuning into this one, in which case, why? Go back and watch the other ones. Go watch those first and then get back to this one. But for those who have stuck around and just don't remember, the way this usually goes, I get full access to all the show histories because I've been here for all of them, and I have to wrap up everything from the first pay-per-view and beyond into one neat package to make things make sense. The only other rule is that I cannot book the television title, or at the very least, I can't put it on the line. I can't have Dan Barry wrestle, but it cannot be for the title. Every other championship is fair game. Tags, stables, I get all of that information. And once this is all done, we will be going through, and I will probably have it actually on recording this time. We will be going through and hiring and firing people from the CMCW roster, as well as a pretty major shakeup I have in mind coming out of this pay-per-view. For context, just going to be open with this. I don't pre-plan pay-per-views. I let them flow naturally based on what I think makes sense in the moment, based on what I think needs to be wrapped up, and therefore, this is going to go longer than most episodes are. I believe the last pay-per-view went about 2 hours. I'm going to take a wild guess this is going to do about the same. With all that said, I have a notepad up in a different tab. It's on a different monitor, so it's not being covered here. In fact, I'll actually drag it over so I can keep my recording software. You can see here, I just have a blank notepad that I'm going to be using to note down what is needed on this show, what has to be covered, what I would like to cover, etc., etc., etc. So, first things first, we have a bunch of creative finishes to check because people just came up with them for some reason. Chase Stevens likely to succeed. Good for you. Eddie Kingston, safe bet. Also good for you. Pac, likely to succeed. Wow, people are actually coming up with good creative finishes. Holy shit. Okay. Probably going to use a lot of those, by the way. Just for context. There's probably going to be a lot of creative finishes that wind up getting used. Just to get them out of our listing. Same with angle ideas. I'll also be doing character ideas to fix up some momentums after the show. You know, usual drill. So, I'm just going to go from the first show, which was done by Argus, all the way up to the previous show, done by Wasabi, and map out what needs to be covered, what stories have yet to be finalized, what ones I would like to continue, what ones I'm fine leaving dead, etc., etc. This is where I basically get to critique what everyone's done, by the way. You know, because I'm owner of the company. So, like, people got fired for various reasons. This is where I get to go in depth and, like, hammer in, this is what I liked, this is what I didn't like. So, starting with Argus on Inspire. So, obviously, this came after the pay-per-view. So, Sting and Shawn was from the pay-per-view. I don't think it really got followed up on, but this was just a brawl that happened. Muta and Lethal is fine. I don't need to cover that because that's the TV title. Mercedes Martinez and the Briscoe brothers defeated the Beautiful People. That did get followed up on eventually. Taker vignette. Penta won the hardcore title. Didn't get anything going there, but it happened. Orton beat Mystico. Rap battle between Cena and Kingston. That Cena won. Kevin Nash won the world title, defeating Claudio, Punk, Edge, Styles, and Kurt. Okay, and then here, Bob Sapp and Low Key. Nobody covered that. I'm okay to just give that a blow off here. I have nothing to do with either of them, so I may as well. Melina and Candice LeRae. Probably another one where I can just, like, blow that off on the pre-show. Nobody cares about it. And I don't think it got followed up on, but I may as well do something with it. Styles and Punk is okay. The Carlito segment's fine because it gets Lance Hoyt. Abyss attacking Dragon Kid with Dean Malenko warding them off. I'll put that on my notes. I don't know if I'm going to cover that or not. I know that Abyss has been doing a lot more since then, and I know that Dean Malenko has been doing things since then. So let me just do a separate little section there. Hardy Boys defeated. Yep, they won the belts. Eddie beat Ray. And Nash beat Shawn. 20-minute Iron Man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't think I'm following up on much else there. Argus is definitely one of the more chaotic bookers, I'll say the least. That then goes to here, the second show, which was Razor. Balls of Honey won the world title. Scott Hall attacked. Dr. Wagner Jr. Squashed Finley. New church formed. Abyss and Mortis had bad chemistry, but they still won. Texarkana Chain Gang saw Taker challenge Cena because that was a putover. Angle beat Lethal to win the TV. And then here, from bottom up, he did a bunch of pre-show matches. People that just he wanted to see get booked. Punk, El Dandy, and Humor Tornado got a Trios title shot. Right. Survival Tobita beat Penta in a fans bring the weapons match to win the hardcore. That's fine. I don't need to follow that up. Neither of them are champion. Hardy Boys beat Los Brazos. That's fine. Dr. Wagner Jr. squashed Rob Conway and then beat him down afterwards. That's also fine. That actually gives me an idea for what to do. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. Texarkana. So that was when they got good tag chem. Gail Kim beat Velvet Sky, and then they beat her down. So I will throw that on my maybe pile. We'll see. Cena beat Taker because of LA Park interference, if I remember right, and then Taker destroyed LA Park. Yep, induct them. New Church got a win. Angle called out Sting. So this was for the US Hardcore and TV titles. And then Balls Mahoney beat Scott Hall with Nash standing alongside Mahoney. Formed the Extreme Click. I could do something with that. I could do something with that. I'm not sure if I will or not. Also, yeah, great to have two chaotic bookers back to back, by the way. Including one that failed the drug test. Whatever. After that was Sully. Had Foley Angle, which is fine. Liger beat Drew by DQ. I think that was Taker attacking Liger. Gail Kim attacked. Texarkana check on him, which is fine. Scott Steiner defeated Edge and Mahoney because of the interference, not interference, but because they just 2v1 Mahoney. Gail Kim and Lita. Okay, so I don't actually have to do Gail Kim versus Beautiful People. Sully already covered it. Good. I could still do it if I want to, but I don't have to. Foley beat Angle. Mahoney. Yeah, because Nash turned. Wife Beater beat Homicide, Sabu, and Jeff. Interesting call. Cena beat Michaels. Coachman and Nana introduced Kong. Ray beat AJ. There's a stare down between them. So, might have to do something there. Mysterio / Eddie Guerrero. Not sure what I'm doing there, because there's just a stare down. Stampede and Steen Erico, which is more Nash versus Steen. Forgot about that. And then Trips. Steiner and Trips. Do I want to do anything with that? I don't know. At least Sully did better than the first time around. Let's see, this one was... What was this one? I don't remember who went fourth. Was this Eric, maybe? Who went after Sully? I feel like this was Eric. I'm not 100% certain, though. Mako Satomura beat Molly. Black defeated Team Canada. Would have actually made sense if this was Eric. Yeah, it was. Okay. So then, Beautiful People challenged the women's tag, who were Jazz and Emmy. Told to prove themselves. I don't know if they did. Mako and Molly. That was building the Molly face turn, right? Forgot about that because she just went unbooked for like this entire cycle. And then Abyss beat Angle to win the hardcore. And then on here, TV title 4-way, set up the Kurt thing later on, I believe. Yes. Edge and Nash talk Steiner down. Yep, that happened. Ray and Kenta. Forgot that was built, because that didn't get followed up on. Sandow and Raven is fine. Ayaka Hamada build, I suppose. Foley and Angle. And Foley and Paul London were kind of a thing. Scott Sander defeated AJ Styles. Good a promo. Steady tape on Black for the Trios title defense. The Chris Masters gimmick. Lita went to a no contest with Gail Kim because of Awesome Kong. And then Mahoney beat Regal. Yeah, because this was just the show that got screwed over by the main event. Otherwise, it was actually really good. Okay, so then would be YOLO, because this is where the Jeff Jarrett bit starts. Like, he was in the Fatal 4-Way, but this is where it really starts if he's just trying to go for the TV title. Kane leaves Van Dam behind, and Van Dam gets attacked. So, Kane/RVD versus Ministry of the New Church. Kane killed Eric Young in a match. Christian Cage complained to D'Amore about losses. Black won the trios belts. Right, Briscoes and Shark Boy versus Hoyt and the Backseat Boys was a thing. They won the match and got the date, but I think that dropped. I don't think I have to continue that. As good of a gimmick as that was, I think that one's done. Yeah, Styles beat Edge to get the win back. The Ministry of the New Church forms. Mysterio wins. Team Canada and Team USA. That is actually something that needs to be done. Unless it already has. I'll take a look. 6-man tag happened. Foley beat Mortis. Jarrett attacked. Awesome Kong defeated ODB to retain. Devon won the 4-way to get the US title match. Triple H beat Mahoney, and Orton's eyes lingered. Inspire then, done by Jacob. Psychosis beat Sabu, did nothing. Team BYU haven't done anything since their introductory vignette. Daphne Mischief is fine. Jimmy Wang Yang, Jeff Jarrett was a pairing. Raven and Sandow, which did get billed, so just universal truth is something that has to be covered. Gail Kim beat Sarah Del Rey. There was a test vignette, but he actually debuted, so I don't have to pay that off. She beat Albert, and then they had a stare down. Did they ever wrestle? Like, was that ever actually a thing? Don't worry about pre-show. So that got Wife Beater out of the group. Revealed, yep, that was fine. Fitz beat Mahoney, that's fine. Lita beat him, or her, excuse me. There's Foley and Jarrett. Brawling Brutes, right, another tag team that had, like, nothing happen. Brawling Brutes. Orton and Trips. That has been, like, the biggest build. Genuinely the biggest build. And then the Ohio 5 versus Shawn Michaels, which became Shawn and Sting, if I remember right. So I just go from that. So after Jacob would have been AK. I should have known John Dahmer got booked. Volador Jr. defeats Slim J. That's a nothing match. Beautiful People get the win over Shark Boy and the Briscoes, which I'm assuming sort of ends that program. Right. Okay, Bob Sapp and Khali would be an awful match. I'm just gonna say Bob Sapp versus the Embassy, really. And here, Cena beat Test by DQ. So Texarkana Chain Gang versus Test / Larry Sweeney turning on Texarkana, because that was kind of what AK was building. This is Jazz and Emi Sakura just having a build. Mortis and Paul London. Kane attacked Ministry. This then became Kane, Great Muda, Tajiri, Balls Mahoney versus them. So I can add in those 3 to that listing alongside Van Dam. And we'll see how things develop from there. Kurt Angle beat Lance Storm. Lita and Awesome Kong has been consistently built. Like, consistently. Hardy Boys X Factor, Universal Truth attack the Hardys. Right. And then Foley beat Conway. Heyman books a tag. If Ohio 5 lose, they're fired. Okay. So after AK went, because this was a long break, this would have been JJ, I believe. Yeah, next is JJ. Because he doesn't do tremendous. Kingston defeated Dykstra. That means nothing. Dr. Wagner Jr. wins. That doesn't mean anything, really. Gail Kim beat ODB. Doesn't do much. Team Canada, Team USA. Sandow and Jillian Hall. That does kind of get built. Black defeated Ohio 5. Because of Dave... Was it Davey Boy? Yeah, it was Davey Boy Smith Jr. So I'm just going to throw him under the Ohio 5 setup. It's Black retained. And then on the A show, Brent Albright and Mick Foley? Because of the time limit draw? Jim Duggan found laid out. That gets added to the Team Canada, Team USA thing. That doesn't matter. Right. See if I want to do anything with that. Bonnie Brown and Abyss is fine. This is fine. This was because of Jillian Hall. So that's Universal Truth versus Hardy Boys and Punk, maybe? And then this I feel like ended the Team USA, Team Canada feud for the moment. Because then it went to Christian Cage and Kurt Angle. So, like, I can get rid of that on my list. I could pretty consistently get rid of that on my list. After JJ was Canadian Ben. Billy Gunn wins a match, didn't mean anything. Jazz and Emi Sakura defeated Trish and Lufisto, didn't lead anything. This didn't lead to anything. This didn't. Well, that's been the build at this point. Is Christian and Kurt. And then the A show, the Angle bit. Eddie defeated Trips, which has been also a consistent build. Like, Eddie's cheated every time to beat him. Hardy's defeated. That was just him booking a good match. Gail Kim beating Awesome Kong, I guess, is something, because she did get that win. I don't know if I'm going to go through with it or not. Foley calling out champions. Kind of ended already. Steen. I can add Steen to that US title picture, because that was something that was being built. Ray and Jimmy Wang Yang was fine. Okay, so that's Ben. We go to... Who was after that? God, it was one of the new people. It was, I believe this was Lucian. This was Lucian, because there's the ladder match there. Not really much build here. Victoria gets the belt. Oh, Hurricane beating Ray. That is actually something to worry about, because that was meant to be a build to something, but it didn't really happen. And then the A show, yeah, Christian wins by DQ because of Steen. Lita beat Awesome Kong by countout, so that kind of becomes Gail Kim, Awesome Kong, Lita. Which I think I already wrote down Awesome Kong and Lita somewhere. I did. So I'm just going to merge these into one. Cena beating Shawn was for the promise. Van Dam beating Nash and Sting was just a match. That's just a promo. And then Eddie retained. So nothing really to worry about here. This is all just like self-contained. This was a dude. Memory serves correctly. Because this was Black versus Super Generation Army. Yep. Angle beat Liger. And then here was, yep, the 92. So Steiner beat AJ. They beat him down. Ministry of the New Church saved. Muda beat Foley. Dudley's beat World's Greatest Tag Team. They put them through a table. That could actually be a build. Trish beating Victoria. That was the #1 contenders match. So that's also Trish versus Awesome Kong. That was meant to be #1 contenders, and it never really came up. Kabashi beat Angle, which kind of puts him into that US title thing that was mentioned earlier. Chips and Orton argue after the match, which led to further building tension. Then I believe was Suji. Yes, this is Suji. I can tell it's the full-blooded Italian segment. Mystico winning doesn't mean anything. Black winning doesn't really mean anything. I think they were Trios champs at this point. So this is just getting them a tag win, getting Shibata some pop, Muda retaining against Skipper, and then on the I remember this. This is Suji doing bits. Ray beats Mystico. That's fine. Ministry. That's fine. DDP and Dr. Luther beat the Hardy Boys in what was a tag eliminator. And then Rhino and Test in a #1 contenders match, which didn't really matter because they didn't get the next shot. And also Eddie versus the Ministry of the New Church, because Taker and AJ attacked him. So we have more of this to worry about. Lovely. Okay, after Suji was Gunn, what did Gunn do? He put over AMW. Right. Oh, Regal and Danielson in the Stampede. That actually... Hey, look at that. Bryan Danielson's getting something. William Regal, Bryan Danielson versus the Stampede was a thing set up. Super Generation Army added Nakamura. Victoria beat Martinez. That was the Victoria and Beautiful People setup, which, again, doesn't really have much to worry about. Like, that's its own self-contained thing at this point. LA Park Jimmy Rave was a nothing match. That was just a main event. And then on here, I still don't remember who interfered. I know there was interference here, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody interfered in this match. It might have been... It wouldn't have been Kurt. No, this was just somebody interfered, and I don't remember who Gunn had. Like, that's entirely my fault. It might have been Scott Steiner, honestly, but I don't remember. Edge and Regal, so they're building that. So that's the hardcore. This was the run-in from Victoria. This was that. Ministry of the Church versus Super Generation Army. Fucking so many people going against the New Church. Jesus Christ. And then Wasabi coming in with this. So Jericho and Joe. So Joe has creative control for one show. Dan Barry TV champ, which led to Dan Barry Private Eye, because Private Eye is trying to avenge Mr. Zero, who got injured. And then Daphne and Mischief calling out Jazz and Emi Sakura. I think that's also self-contained. I don't feel like that's anything different. Doctors of Pain win the trios belts. Dr. Luther's also there. Regal and Blue Panther is just a match that happened. There's the attack. That was through bullshit. Basically, that was through interference. Sting and Eddie is a thing. Sting versus Eddie is a thing. Magnum Tokyo defeated Sabu. This is self-contained at this point. Sweet and Sour Nippon beat Wrestling's Greatest Tag Team. That was just a match. Fucking Dean Malenko Spy Academy. Oh, and then there's the AJ Styles match and Jericho. Okay, that is everything. That's everything. Holy shit, how do I even start to cover all this? How do I start to cover all this? There's some shit that, like, I know for a fact is not getting paid off, because I have to do certain matches. I guess I'll start with the ones I know I'm doing and work my way from there. So, like, Bob's Happen Low Key. That can just be a match. That can just be a match. I don't think there's really much of an issue with doing Bob's Happen Low Key. Like, cool. It is a match that happens. Honestly, I actually have an idea for what this match could be. Sap and low key. Is there like a UWFI rules? There is. Yeah. UWFI. It is a proper fucking fight between these two. Go. Oh god, I wouldn't want to sit through this for 10 minutes. It's Bob Sapp and low key. As much as low key is carrying Bob Sapp here, I don't want to watch this for 10 minutes. I barely want to watch this for 8. This is gonna get like 7 minutes. Yes. It's like anywhere from 5 to 7 and I'm okay. I don't want this to be long. The minimum's 1, thankfully. Because in my head, this is just a sprint. This is just like a, look, get your shit in, and then knock out one of you gets knocked out. I'm going to say 6 minutes. I'm going to say 6 minutes, and that feels generous. But I'm ending this feud, or at least I'm hoping so. So Bob Sapp low key. I mean, Bob Sapp wins that, right? Bob Sapp absolutely wins that. He has to. Like, he already, to be fair, he already won and Loki then attacked him, but like, that's what leads into this match. And that's what gets us to Bob Sapp winning. But I could use this to get low-key to recognizable, because like, he actually has popularity, doesn't he? Ooh, he's like 20s. Never mind. Yeah, he's not gaining a goddamn thing here. He'd get like 5 points, but he'd still be unimportant compared to Sapp. So it's Bob Sapp time. Bob Sapp. I guess this is either Mayhem technically, or no, this is fucking Wild Brawl. This is just a brawl. Oh, but god damn it, that adds all out match. No, we're not doing a match aim here. This is just Bob Sapp. It's quote-unquote open, because I don't think there's a way to have a UWFI rules match that's a squash that doesn't feel correct. I guess if you're doing MMA, like, you can do it however. Yeah, Bob Sapp wins by fucking knockout, dude. Absolutely wins by knockout. Because in my head, like, it could technically be technical knockout, right? Like, it could be a technical knockout, but no, he's gonna knock him out. Because there's no shot that I'm doing low-key wins, and I'm not doing a draw. Like, this is a MMA fight between Bob Sapp and low-key. Bob Sapp wins 9 times out of 10. Get out of here with this. That match is probably going on the pre-show just because that's gonna fucking suck. That's gonna be bad. Speaking of matches that are gonna not be great, this is absolutely going on the pre-show, and that's Melina Candice LeRae. Which does suck because it means that her last, like, she got a makeover and then beaten down. Do I want to do this match? Is there a reason to do this match? Candice LeRae is a jobber at this point, and Melina has been used exactly once. Like, I think she's literally only had 1 match. Oh, she had 2. Right, I think Wasabi might have booked. Somebody booked this match. I forgot this match happened, but somebody booked this match. No, I'm not doing this match. Fuck this match. I'm not paying this off. Because what is there to pay off? This was somebody got pissed that Candice LeRae didn't do eye candy, so they had her get beaten down. Fucking no. I'm not paying that off. There's no reason to. Okay. What else is there? Abyss Dragon Kid, that's old at this point. There's no reason to do that. Right? There's just no reason to do Abyss and Dragon Kid because the big thing was Malenko and Abyss, but Malenko is doing a different thing, and Abyss is in the Ministry of the New Church, so that can just go away. Right, Texarkana as well. So the problem here is Cena's already gotten the rub off of Taker, and there's not enough ministry members to really go around for everyone they're trying to go after. So like I'm okay leaving I'm okay doing something else with Tex Arcana. I'm okay doing something else with Tex Arcana. That can go away. Mahoney, the problem with Mahoney, Nash, and Hall is Nash is in the Stampede. Nash is in the Stampede, which, and his feud was with Steen. Like, Mahoney didn't get any fucking revenge on Nash or anything like that, which does suck, but I don't know what exactly we'd be doing. I am going to do this tag match, mostly because I think this makes more sense to me, and it's Danielson and Regal versus Edge and Scott Steiner. I'm going to do something different with Nash. But I feel like, right, he got injured on a fucking house show. Forgot about that. I'm still doing it, whatever. Regal and Danielson versus the Stampede. I mean, like, it's a pay-per-view tag. I don't think I really want to see it go longer than like 12. Steiner has explosive ring style. This goes 10. 10 minutes is fine. Get rid of the Candace makeover thing. We don't need that there. I think what happens here is I'm giving Danielson the win specifically on probably Edge. Edge is the... I don't feel good about it because Edge has become the lost post of this fucking faction. Like, they need to add members. They actively need to add members. Which I could do on this show. I could give them new members. I would have to look and see who that could be. I'd have to actively look and see who that could be. I wouldn't hate it. I just know for sure, like, this is a pin, by the way. He's not getting a submission. I just know for sure, like, I need this to be Danielson winning to get his popularity up. Because he's sitting at, like, what? Yeah, he's sitting in the mid-20s at best. Like, brother, we need to start building him up. Bryan Danielson, let's actually do something with Danielson, please. You know what? He could probably... this could probably be something where I get new members and then they lose. But that's stupid. Why you debut new members just for them to lose? No, that should be like a post-match. It should be post-match. Like, they get the win on Edge and Steiner and then get jumped by, like... Who would make sense? Who would make... Well, maybe not make sense. Who would fit is a better way to put this. Who feels like they should be pushed and would fit in the Stampede? My mind's going to, like, there's a person I'm already seeing where it would make sense based on previous because the other problem is we also know they're gonna be a lost post. Like, they're more likely than not just going to lose matches. I mean, there's a name for sure. It's Steiner, Nash, and Edge. That's what's fucking with me. Is it specifically those three guys? Who would they work with? Um, Because they have a Steiner's the leader and also kind of the talker. I think. What's his promo? 9079. Yeah, okay. Like Steiner's definitely the leader slash the promo of the group. Even though I think Nash might be better on the mic. Better on the mic, less charismatic, which is fine. And Edge is also equally, like, fine. They're all capable. It's just like, who would I want as the Lost Post there? I have one name. Fuck it. We have two. I have two. I can do this, get them on the show, because one of them has been used and the other one feels like they should have been used a while ago. So, post-match, Danielson and Regal are going to celebrate for like a minute. They get a minute of celebration time. Because, hey, look at that. They beat Edge and Steiner. Danielson got the win on Edge. Like, that's a big milestone, right? But then, post-match, they're going to get jumped by Drew Galloway and Nigel McGuinness. And that goes for like 2 minutes. And then the post match, like after the beatdown, have Galloway and Nigel stand tall alongside Steiner and Edge. Nash can come out too. But we're giving the Stampede new members, because god damn it, we kind of fucking need to at this point. And that goes for like a minute. Because that'll be 16 minutes. I can get 2 minutes of Regal and Danielson pre-match and a promo. And that'll cover Danielson's entire... I think it covers Danielson's entire on-screen capabilities. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm just going to add that in. This really just boils down to the fact that I want to get young guys into this group. I know Sully's not going to complain about Drew Galloway being there. And, like, come on. Like, it's Galloway and Nigel. They're feuding with Danielson. If you're feuding with Danielson, Nigel McGuinness kind of has to be there. Like, come on. It feels correct. We get that. Let me do the 2 minutes of Regal and Danielson just being, like, Regal's mentoring him backstage or something. God damn it, I accidentally cleared it. Whatever. Regal, back. There we go. Just to be sure. Yeah, Edge is furious. Edge is wrestling, and Edge is pissed off. He's wrestling injured, and we don't have match aims. That's fine. Okay. That covers that bit. I knew I was continuing that. I just had to figure out how. The tag title thing is actually fairly simple. So what I'm going to do is 3-way tag, because this, quite frankly, doesn't need to be that complicated. So we have DDP and Dr. Luther, who won a tag eliminator, so they're owed a title shot. You have Rhino and Test, who won that multi-man match, or multi-tag match, and they beat AMW, so they're kind of owed a shot. And you have James Storm and Chris Harris, who are the tag champions. Not that this match is going super long. Goes 12. We're just gonna cap it at 15. AMW, get the win, please. Pin DDP. Pin DDP specifically. We're gonna keep the people who are over strong, but get a fucking clean win. Get both of these teams out of the fucking match, please. Just get out of here. Done with that. Thanks, Suji. Nobody else followed that up. You forced me to. So get out of my fucking tag division. Which also sucks because I would have wanted to do Test with the Texarkana. I still can. Wait. No. Okay. Hold on. Scratch this. Backstage segment. This is actually going to be backstage. I have a plan. Test is with Rhino backstage and is straight up going to say, hey, this will be... There's going to be two parts to this. There's going to be two parts to this because I actually have an idea. Test abandons Rhino for the tag title match. Basically says, I'm not working with you. I got my eyes on Texarkana. So screw you. You can go wrestle AMW by yourself. And that goes for like 3 minutes. And Rhino is looking fucking dejected. Like, or not dejected. He's pissed off. He's pissed off at what has happened because of course he is. He just lost a tag partner, which means he might not get the title shot. Then in comes DDP. And DDP tells Rhino, hey, so I got a tag title shot with Dr. Luther. But he just went and joined a different faction, and I'm not interested in working alongside them. So if you have a tag title shot, and you need a partner, how about I step up, and we can team together against America's Most Wanted. And Rhino will agree as the two walk off together. This will be a 6-minute segment. So we have that. Then we go to that tag title match. I'm going to reorder the show as I go, by the way, but I'm just doing this off the cuff of what I can think of. So, Diamond Dallas Page and Rhino versus Chris Harris and James Storm. For the tag titles, this match... Ooh, how do I want this to go? Because now that it's not two bullshit teams and instead one bullshit team makes things different. Go like 13. I could see this actually being a halfway decent match. Goes like 13. I'm still going to have America's Most Wanted win Storm pinning DDP. But like, it's probably a lot closer of a bout. Like, don't get me wrong, they still retain. I'm still using this as the launch pad to build America's Most Wanted. And like after the match, we can have DDP and Rhino show a bit of respect to AMW. And that goes like a minute. Literally, it's like AMW are celebrating, DDP and Rhino get up, shake the hand, leave the ring, and good to go, right? So that covers that bullshit, right? That covers DDP Rhino and the Dr. Luther shit. So I don't have to worry about the tag. We're done with the tag. Come up with something better. What's Molly's face turn at? Actually a genuine question, because I think she got prepared to turn for 2 segments. Do I want to turn you? What's the women's division look like? It's actually what I actually do need to check this. Faces. 12 faces compared to 20 heels. I could get away with a turn of Molly. Is she better as a heel? No, she could do either. Okay. I can do something with Molly then. I can do something with Molly Holly. We'll go backstage. This will be JB Jeremy Borash. Going to be talking with Molly Holly and kind of getting her thoughts on like, hey, what happened with Meiko Satomura? Where's your mind at with this? You know, what are your thoughts? And that goes for like 2 minutes only because it gets cut off. Sarah Del Rey comes in, basically says, hey, why are you talking to this loser? Doesn't matter. What matters is that we have a tag match and you are getting distracted. So get out of this interview set, get back to the locker room. We are preparing for this matchup. And Molly is clearly reluctant, looks like she's gonna say something, doesn't, reluctantly goes off, and JB kind of looks and it's like, well, back to you, I guess. Say part 2, that's fine. And then that can go into the tag of Ayako and Meiko up against Molly and Sarah. Which this can go, let's see. This would be 16 minutes. I just want to see if it's going to knock Sarah Del Rey. It won't. I think I have 2 minutes then. I'm testing how much time I have. Because I already know Ayako and Meiko are winning that match. I don't even have to think about it. Ayako and Meiko are winning that match. So this goes for a minute. And then we get Molly slapping Sarah Del Rey and walking off, basically. Can't spell. Yeah, I'm typing too fast. Because this should make it so it's not a shock turn. It's been built up in 4 to 5 segments. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Okay, it doesn't count it. So, yeah, this goes for 10. Molly's taking the pin because she has the popularity. Which is what leads to Sarah going on her tirade is hey, Molly fucking took another loss. Meiko has 21. What does Ayako have? 20. They're both the same. Then have Meiko get the submission. Meiko gets a... No, have it be a pin. Have it be a pin. Keep Molly strong. I don't want her losing popularity here. But that covers that bit. So I don't have to worry about the Molly Holly face turn now. That'll be done. Helps out a bit too, because we need more face women. That'll then go... We're going to go to a promo. So Prince Nana and Jonathan Coachman are going to basically be hyping up Awesome Kong, who... and, like, the rest of the embassy can be in the background as well. Like, they can all be there. But they're not... Nope, Jimmy Jacobs. Wrong, Jimmy. They can all be in the background. Like, I'll probably give Rave and Creative a pre-show tag or something. Like, maybe a 6-man tag of Rave, Creative, and Kali. But this is like this is only a minute, right? So Prince Nana and Jonathan Coachman hype up Awesome Kong for her title defense. So this goes for a minute. Reason why is they get interrupted. And Awesome Kong goes back on to bodyguard duty because the two of them are going to be met by the newest acquisitions of the embassy. Acquired by Prince Nana himself, who has brought who he feels are next generation athletes into the embassy. And of course, I'm talking about none other than the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, who's going to come in and immediately just start doing his heel work. He's doing heel work. Is there anyone else who I could add into this, or is it just going to be Mahal? Because I don't mind it just being Mahal, but I'm thinking in my head, like, is there anyone else who fits this gimmick? Not anyone I can think of, no. So this will just be Jinder. This will be Jinder's time. Get like 2 minutes. Maybe 3. They could go 3. So the embassy welcomed Jinder Mahal into their ranks. Actually, there is one other. So he had the stint with Awesome Kong. I think it makes sense to do this. Have Davari be the one who comes in with Jinder, because we're going to pair the two of them up. Let me see how many characters I have. Oh, perfect. Jinder and Davari. Nice. Which is why it goes for the extra time. Is they're introducing 2 people. I'm building this group to be my stable of goobers, because what the fuck is this group? The only one getting built is Awesome Kong. Jinder, Davari. Davari's meant to be more of a support role. Or I guess lackey is a better way to put it. Jinder's just a member. So here we go. The embassy. And that can go to like a... There will be a 6-man tag on the pre-show. There will be a 6-man tag on the pre-show because I need to make sure that this gimmick actually works. So Jinder is with Prince Nana, obviously. Realistically, should be with Davari. Should be with Davari, actually. There are 3 managers in the embassy. Fucked up. So this is actually a 4-on-4. It is Jimmy Ray, Johnny Creative. This is all on pre-show, by the way. No shot am I putting this on the fucking main card. Jimmy Rave, Johnny Creative, Jinder Mahal, and the Great Khali against 4 baby faces they can squash. Let's do Cheech and Cloudy for sure. Let's do... You know what? Cheech, Cloudy, Danny Doring, and Roadkill. That's about as good as I'm going to get for this fucking setup. This goes 5 minutes. And give that pin... give it to Kali. Kali gets the pin on Cheech. Just feels correct. Now let's see. Who has the charisma to dominate? Jimmy J... God damn it, I almost did it again. Jimmy Rave does. John Hennigan does not. I know Jinder doesn't. Kali probably has Squash Master. He doesn't. Okay. So then this is just Jimmy Rave dominating, which at that point... Like... That's fine. He has 70, so he's okay. Jimmy Rave dominate, clean pin. How does Kali not have Squash Master? Like, how do you not? I'm editing that in. Fuck it. You should have Squash Master. You're the great Kali. Yeah. Somehow just doesn't have Squash Master. Don't get that one. Brother. What? All he did was squash matches. I know he wasn't particularly good at anything, but give him Squash Master at least. Come on. Like, come on. Kali's getting Squash Master. I'm sorry to Doring and Roadkill and Up... Well, not really Up in Smoke. I'm sorry to Doring and Roadkill, because I know they've been booked to win in the past. But, like... Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing? You know? What are we doing here? Okay, that does the Embassy. I know I had Bob Sapphire's the Embassy, but the low-key thing is funnier. I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so then, what does that leave? Hyped up Awesome Kong. She lost to... So she's lost to Lita, lost to Kim, lost to Trish. I mean, at that point, it's a fatal 4-way, right? It's just a fatal 4-way for the women's title. So, Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, Trish Stratus, and Lita. This is actually kind of a sick match. I would love this in real life. This would be awesome in real life, actually. Give them 10. I don't think they need to go super long. I'm going to have... How long has Kong been champion? 133 days. 2 defenses. That's a long reign. What's her pop? Wow, we've been... Feels like she's been getting a lot more wins than that, but okay. I know what I want to do. Look, I know what I want to do here. Yeah, fuck it, we're doing it. Gail Kim is pinning Trish. Gail Kim's pinning Trish. Everyone is being kept strong, including Awesome Kong. Everyone's being kept strong here. But Gail Kim is getting the flash pin on Trish to win the belt. Because, god damn it, you've been the women's workhorse this fucking save. Get your fucking belt. You were US champ for fucking ever. Get your women's title run. Okay, so that covers the women's title. Oh, I can do the women's tag real quick. Women's tag is easy because Victoria has other shit to do, so that'll be the women's US. This is just gonna be Daphne and Mischief versus Jazz and Emi Sakura for the belt. Like, let's not make this any more complicated than it has to be. Um, God, I kind of think Jazz should be starting to turn face here. I know she's better as heel, but like, oh, I would need to change her gimmick. Damn. I would need to change her gimmick. That's fine. I can do that. Um, just begrudging babyface, honestly. Like, she's still a badass, but it begrudging babyface badass. What is her gimmick right now? Okay, it's 2 words. Just fucking alliteration for the win. Yeah, this could be like 10 minutes. I'll probably do a... No, not 10. This will be 8. I'm going to try to build this in one show. Women's tag titles. Give Emi Sakura the pin on Daphne. No, pin mischief. Pin mischief. Open, clean, pin. And post-match, we'll do a pre-match as well. We'll do an interview. Post-match, Jazz is going to kind of like stare down Emi Sakura, who's trying to get her to celebrate. Goes for like maybe a minute. And then eventually Jazz will begrudgingly like give a nod of respect, and the two will be able to celebrate together. And this will be where Jazz turns. And I'll have to add a segment earlier in the show. That's 13 minutes. Oh, we have enough time. Yeah. This will be backstage with Scott Hudson, who talks with Jazz and Emi Sakura. Wow, I forgot Jazz is not a great promo. Neither is Emi, to be fair, but at least she has charisma. This is like 3 minutes. You know what? No, Jazz doesn't talk. Jazz, you don't have to talk. This is 3 minutes. And it's Emi Sakura is excited for the title match, tries to get Jazz in the spirit of it, and Jazz has fucking none of it. Jazz walks off. Actually, gets her jazzed up. That's the bit. That is what pisses her off. Is she's trying to get her jazzed up. That is the bit we're going with here. Okay. So that's the women's tag done. Let's do the women's US. So Victoria lost to Angelina Love, which means this should be for the belt. Like, Angelina Love beat her. So this will be Angelina Love and Victoria, 1-on-1. Give this match 8 minutes, maybe no, like 6. This is I'm sorry, but Angelina Love's not a good fucking worker, especially not in 2004. This is going to be eye candy for sure. This is eye candy. There's no fucking way Angelina Love's working a normal match. We're gonna do a pre-match. I'm gonna do a pre-match where Heyman bans the beautiful people from ringside, so Victoria gets the clean win. We're ending this feud on a clean win because I want to give Victoria some momentum. Heyman basically gets beset upon by the beautiful people who are all, like, all of them are there. The entire gang is here. And they're all basically saying, like, hey, Lance White, you could be on Bodyguard. Like, hey, where's the title shot for Angelina? She won the match. So, like, that part goes for 2 minutes, and then Heyman responds, basically says, okay, I will give you your title shot, but the rest of the beautiful people are banned from ringside because I want to be fair to Victoria. And you just get the fucking, like, Heyman slam. I imagine in my head, beautiful people are outside the GM's office. Heyman opens the door to listen to them, to shut them up, and then will slam the door in their face after telling them the rest are banned from ringside. And so then they're all still there complaining. And that goes 2 minutes. So I'm just going to put TBP to save characters, because that takes up a lot of space. From RNG side. God damn it. Damn it. Good enough. Good enough. That sets that segment up. What else do I have to do? That doesn't technically blow up the feud either, but, like, what else do I have to do? Oh, okay. So again, I said no to Texarkana because versus Ministry, because there's this. There's the stuff with Cena. I am actually going to build on this. We're going to have a match. It's going to be a hardcore match. And it'll be between Test and John Cena. Oops. Give them 8 minutes. Doesn't need to be long. Just needs to be a match that happens. Give them 8. And Test is actually going to beat John Cena. Now, Cena's getting kept strong and fucking made to look good and all that shit. No way otherwise. And it's not clean. Because Cena gets... I can't mark it as a turn. Because he's technically not turning heel. He already is heel. But Larry Sweeney is turning on Cena. Larry Sweeney is turning on John Cena and is going to interfere. And I'll explain why in a moment. That's fine. I'll pay him off. But post-match is Sweeney's going to stand tall with Test. What is Test's stat line? Oh, yeah, intimidation is the right call. Test on intimidation, Sweeney standing tall. Well, Cena is selling because this is officially the splintering of a stable. So it's no longer Texarkana. They are just the Chain Gang now. I apologize to Razor, but this feels like a natural build, and I'm keeping Sweeney relevant. I'm not completely killing the stable. I'm doing this for the sake of a story. You have the Chain Gang, and you now have it would be the pairing of Sweeney and Test, which is called Test Arcana. But Sweet and Sour International is returning. Sweet and Sour International is properly returning. Does it have a logo? Yeah, it fucking does. So we have Sweet and Sour International returning. We have the Chain Gang, which is still a thing. So this is basically 2 minutes of Larry Sweeney stands tall with Test. Actually, it'll be 1 minute. I have a path I want to take with this. 1 minute of that. Then in come Liger and LA Park, who start fighting Test. Sweeney gets the fuck out of Dodge. So Liger and LA Park are going to come in, try to defend the honor of Cena, as of course you kind of have to. However, unfortunately, Test is getting some backup, because joining with Sweeney are not going to be the men who have abandoned him in the past. It's not going to be Claudio and Hero. It's going to be a similar Chikara team, though. Because, as we'll see earlier in the show, Chuck Taylor has some new allegiances. And he's working alongside a fellow man of low moral fiber. Is he? Oh, because I have him on heel only. I'll have to turn him. In Kenny Omega. So Omega and Chuck Taylor come out, and they help attack Liger. They help attack La Parka. And we'll say they put the boots to Cena as well. And Sweeney can also get a couple shots in. Actually, Sweeney can be the one putting boots to Cena. And then it closes all out with Chuck Taylor standing tall. Cena's out hurt. Or Cena's down. Liger's down. LA Park is down. Omega stands tall with them. Sweeney stands tall. Test stands tall. Sweet and Sour International is back, baby. Can I do INTL here? Close enough. Yeah, close enough. So then this goes for like 2 minutes. Am I overbooking anyone? Or am I overexposing anyone, rather? Possibly Sweeney? No, because he would have just been on... Yeah, Sweeney would have just been on the, this angle. This is 17. Oh, wait, this is 17. I need to have enough time. This can be a minute. I can cut down a bit. This can be a minute. This could be a minute. We'll do 5 total. And then I have to turn Omega heel. An officer and a gentleman is going inactive. Unfortunately, it is going inactive, as is Sweet and Sour Nippon. Despite the fact these guys are really fucking good as a team, they are going inactive. So that happens. There's an angle earlier in the show. Dan Barry is preparing for his match with... Or he is preparing for his match with Chuck Taylor. As in, preparing for the match against Private Eye with Chuck Taylor. Taylor's just going to tell him, you're on your own, dude. I'm not being part of this. See ya. I have other shit to do. And you're the one who injured Mr. Zero. That's your problem. Running theme of the show is tag partners abandoning their partners, I've realized. But here we are. Actually, they could probably still be a team. That is the most Jakara thing. You know what? Yeah, they are still a team. Hold on. Let me go back. These guys are still a team. I'm not going to disband them. They're a heel-face duo. They can just be a thing. They can just be a thing. Like, who cares? So, this will be... And I do have to do the Cena segment as well. Dan Barry, Chuck Taylor. This is like 3 minutes. It's a comedy skit. It's a comedy backstage thing of Chuck Taylor going, no way, I'm not helping you. Dan Barry asks for and is denied help by Chuck Taylor in upcoming death match. Okay, so that then leads, let me do the Cena segment, and then I'll do the quote-unquote death match. So this will be Cena backstage. He's going to be cutting a promo. Sweeney is there. Liger is there. LA Park's there. Basically, they're all hyping. Cena's getting set up for his match against Test and tells the Texarkana Chain Gang, hey, stay out of this one. Stay out of this one. I need to do this one on my own. Goes like, this part goes like 2 minutes because Larry Sweeney's going to interrupt. Basically, it's like, well, how are we supposed to help you? And that's how he does it. How am I? And then cuts himself off. How are we supposed to help you if you keep shoving us away and not letting us in the spotlight? You did it with Taker. Now you're doing it with Test. Let us help you. And Cena is saying, no way. I'm not going to let this be. This isn't about you guys. You guys weren't the ones who he attacked. I need to take on my own fights. It's Cena doing Cena things. It is Cena doing Cena things. And the segment closes. Sweeney is going to kind of be like, okay, fine. You want to do this by yourself? Let's go. And he takes Liger and La Parka, and the 3 of them actually leave. Okay. I'm gonna have to reorder this anyhow. That then leads to the quote-unquote death match. I'm morbidly curious. Can I do this the way I want to? Because it is Dan Barry, and it's Private Eye. Minimum 8 minutes is fine. It's non-title. I can't put the belt on the line. I can make... This is just a comedy match. The fuck? Like, what do you guys expect? It's a comedy match. It's Private Eye and Dan Barry. They're gonna do bits. The whole bit of this is we've done all of this deathmatch setup and given all of these weapons to Dan Barry and Private Eye. Which, by the way, fucking... Your winner is Private Eye. He's gonna fucking dome Dan Barry. Like, this open match, clean win, technically. Pinfall. Mr. Zero's at ringside. Like, he gets the win. And then, post-match, Private Eye's gonna go up to Dan Barry and just... Mr. Zero will tell him on behalf of Private Eye, we're good. We're cool. We got back on you. This is fine. We have done exactly what we wanted to. You injured me. Private Eye hurt you. We're cool. No issues. End of feud. Goes like 3 minutes. Maximizing our time with Dan Barry here. Somehow maximizing our time with Dan Barry. Wow, it's 19 minutes of him. Let's bump this down to 2. Okay. Awesome. So that gets that out of the way. That gets that out of the way. What else do I have to do? Universal Truth. And Universal Truth versus Hardys and Punk. Right. I could do something with that. I probably should. Just to get them on the show. Because the Hardys did get attacked by Sandow and Raven. And there was the Jillian Hall thing with Punk. So, like, backstage seg, Raven is preaching to Sandow and Jillian Hall, who are eating that shit up. And it's like, alright, this is a typical Raven flock promo, basically. Give them 3. No, give them 2. Give them 2. I have a post-match. That goes like 2 minutes. There's going to be another backstage thing, also 2 minutes, of like the Hardy Boys and CM Punk preparing for their 6-man, like preparing for their tag, and they're saying like, it's a 6-man tag. Who are the Universal Truth going to bring in? You know. And it's, again, this goes like 2 minutes. It's nothing crazy. And then we get to the match, and you would think it's a 3v3. It's actually a 2v3. Because it is Matt and Jeff Hardy against Raven, Sandow, and CM Punk. Punk is, Punk abandons team and joins the Universal Truth. The fucking course he does. It doesn't really feel like much of a shocker. Punk is heel, and also this fits. This fits what would actually happen. So, who do I want getting the win here? Actually, Ravens are like 50s. What do the popularities look like? 50s, like mid 50s, mid to high 50s. Ravens at about the same, so it just boils down to Sandow and Punk. Less than 20, higher than that. This match, by the way, this match goes 8, maybe, no, this would be like 6 probably. It is a 2v3. It doesn't need to be long. Because this is mostly like a extended beatdown of the Hardys. Or they're beating down Matt for the most part. Matt gets a hot tag to Jeff. Jeff's able to come in, but then he's absolutely going to get wiped out. I think Punk pins Jeff here. I think Punk pins Jeff with the go to sleep. Keep Matt and Jeff strong, obviously. We don't want them losing too much pop. Open, clean, pin. Put Jillian Hall at ringside. And then post-match, Raven, Sandow, Jillian Hall, and CM Punk all stand alongside each other as the universal truth. Haha, it was a ruse. All that good shit. Punk could just be a member for the time being. We'll see how this pans out. Okay, so that covers that. Actually, let me get rid of 2 notes. I forgot to combine the 2. What else do I want to do here? So I can't do Steiner and Trips. Steiner's already been booked. That's fine. I can't do specifically Stampede versus Steen Erico. I can do Kevin Nash, Kevin Steen. You know what? I have a way. So, I'm going to leave the Nash and Steen thing behind. As much as I love the idea of it, I don't think it fits in with what I want to do. What I want to do is a triple threat match. Balls Mahoney, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. Triple threat. Because Nash turned on Hall to work with Mahoney for the Extreme Click. And then Nash turned on Mahoney to join Steiner in the Stampede. And Hall's still pissed at Nash. I think this is just a fine way to build up, to blow off / build up further. Because, what the fuck are we doing here, guys? What are we really doing here? As for who loses and who wins, God, I almost want to have Nash take the pin to Mahoney, but that feels dumb. Scott Hall should take the pin regardless here. As much as I love Hall, he's definitely on the decline. You know what? This is a hardcore match. We're gonna do we're doing a hardcore match. Hardcore. They could probably pull off Mayhem. Oh yeah, Nash isn't exactly great as a worker. Hall is declining. It's a hardcore match. Give it 8 or give it 9. Give it 9 minutes. And I'm gonna have Mahoney pin Hall. I'll have Mahoney pin Hall. Obviously keep Hall and Nash strong. Jesus Christ. Make them look good. But, give Balls Mahoney something, man. Yeah, they're both going to be pissed. That's fine. I'm giving Mahoney something. I feel like it only makes sense. Okay. So that covers that bit. And the Stampede had their new members earlier, so I don't have to do it here. This is just get this section of the rivalry done and over with. Um, what does that leave? That leaves, okay, promo. So backstage, it's gonna be Christian Cage alongside the rest of Team Canada. And basically, what this is going to be is Christian Cage is going to each Team Canada member and is saying, like, look, Petey, you did a good job winning the TV title. It sucks that you lost it, but I understand it was out of your control. You didn't get pinned in that match. You didn't take a single pinfall. You got pins. You just couldn't get it at the end of the timer. It happens. I hope you win it back. In fact, I expect you to win it back. But it's fine. We'll manage. And Bobby Roode, you did a good thing costing the Hardy Boys those tag titles. Fucking hate the Hardy Boys. I've always been in our shadow. Yeah, it's Christian Cage being a heel, being an asshole. But what he basically says is, tonight, the US title is coming back to Canada. I said it before. I would do anything in my power to prevent Angle from losing that title to anyone but me. And it wound up being out of my control. How was I supposed to know he would lose to some Japanese guy I've never heard of? Kenta Kobashi. Who the hell is Kenta Kobashi even? A nobody. He's from Japan. Nobody cares about him. What they care about are me. There are no people who love Kenta Kobashi in the crowd. But there are thousands and thousands of the people who love Christian. The peep section is in full effect. And tonight, I will walk away with the United States Championship like I rightfully deserve. It's just a fucking... It's basically a Jeremy Borash interview, but without Jeremy Borash there. And that'll go into a... That'll go into a fatal four-way match for the United States Championship. We're going to blow this entire thing off. There must be a winner between these four men. Kenta Kobashi, Kurt Angle, Kevin Steen, Christian Cage. And I'm giving probably all of these men mic time in some way, shape, or form for the match. At minimum, I'm giving it to Kurt and Christian. This... Actually, I think I might use up Steen's time, so I don't think he will get it. This goes 15 minutes. And... Oh, God, who do I have win this match? Oh, man. Who do I have win this? It's not Steen. Steen's taking the pin. No matter what happens here, Steen is taking the pin. I know that much. And I know it's not Kurt, because Kurt's getting attacked by Mick Foley. We're paying that off. Mick Foley attacks Kurt Angle, costs him the US title. He's not getting his belt back. So that leaves Christian Cage or Kenta Kobashi. I think Kobashi retains. I think Kobashi retains this title. It's a close match. Like, this is... If there was gonna be a time... Oh, but But I need him with Nakamura. I just thought of that. But him and Nakamura kind of needs him more. Kobashi, you had your run. Okay. Kobashi had a run with it. He'll probably get another one at some point. Christian needs this belt more. Christian needs this belt more for the sake of his fucking story arc. So I'm giving it to Christian Cage. Gets it on like the flash pin. Because in my head, Kobashi and Steen are going at it because Kurt just got taken out. Like, Kurt had Christian in the ankle lock. Mick Foley runs in. Fucking punch, punch, punch. Does the fucking rush in the corner. Does the bang, bang. Kurt starts getting up. Mandible claw to Kurt. And then Kurt tries to pout. Like, Kurt gets downed. Gets pushed against the ropes. He's able to break off. Foley with the cactus clothesline gets him out, and the two are gonna brawl into the stands and out through the fucking, like, they brawl to the back, Duggan special style. So, goodbye, Kurt. You're taken out of this match. It boils down to Steen, Christian, and Kobashi. And I think of that, it's a flash pin. Christian steals it from Kobashi, but he wins. That's what matters for this. He wins. That's fine. You're going to get paid after the show. Christian Cage wins the belt. And we get a huge fucking Team Canada celebration. Because holy shit. He actually fucking won the belt. The US title is coming back to Team Canada. And they all fucking, like, hoist him up on the shoulders at the top of the ramp and shit like that. So we have that. Let me add in those segments. It's not, Kenta Kobashi's not going to get a interview. He's just going to get like 2 minutes of him warming up. Like, it literally right before the match, he gets the fucking, I'm putting my wrist tape on, I'm putting my entrance jacket on, that type of shit. And of course, the classic. JB German Borash, Kurt Angle. Give it 4 minutes. Because this is Kurt going off about Kobashi and Christian and Steen and everyone in that match. Yeah, like Kurt. Yeah, I'll even say 5 minutes. Give him fucking time, dude. This is Kurt Angle at his best. We are in peak Angle territory. Like, come on. And if I have the time, I'm gonna give Steen like 2 minutes. And it's just gonna be like a El Generico wishing him luck type segment. Like, just, good friends. I'm gonna support my friend. Nothing bad's ever happening to Steen Jericho. Okay, this is just people unhappy. Cool. I don't have to worry about that. Nobody's overused yet. Okay. So that also gets rid of, let's see, you're not in this. Covers you, so I don't have to worry about that. This isn't happening. That was just a match. Like, it probably could. If anything, that'll be a pre-show match, actually. That'll be a pre-show match, if anything. Because this got challenged and it never got paid off, so I'm just gonna do it now. Mitsuharu Misawa, Shinsuke Nakamura, Jun Akiyama versus Six Pac, Albert, and Justin Credible. Because this got set up and never got paid off. Just give it like, I don't know, 8 minutes. Super Generation Army win. Misawa pinning Six Pac. Like, this is This is a get your shit in on the pre-show match. Like, nobody cares. You're unhappy. Oh, because of popularity? Fine, whatever. I'll fucking keep you in Albert Strong. Who cares? It's a pre-show. Actually, I probably should put that on the main card because it has enough people for it, and I want to get more pop on these two. So, that'll be main show, I guess. We'll order shit as need be. So that gets these guys out the way. Gets this out the way. I'm gonna go to an angle. And it's gonna be backstage Triple H Evolution Town Hall. And basically what this is saying is Triple H hypes that Evolution are getting a trios title shot tonight. Batista, Jindrak, and Orton versus the Doctors of Pain. Just set that up right away. This part goes for 4 minutes. Because then Batista and Jindrak leave the room. And it comes down to Trips and Orton. And Orton tells Trips, main event. You got Eddie Guerrero. I know we've had our differences in the past. I know that you have been, you haven't been in the best of positions, so to speak. Eddie Guerrero's really gotten you rattled, but tonight, the World Heavyweight title's going to Evolution. No matter what, Evolution will be the world champion, or will have that world title. And Triple H is going to sort of smile and nod and go to walk off. Triple H goes to walk off. This part goes like 3 minutes, by the way. However, as Triple H leaves, he gets met by Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman confirms to Triple H, make sure he's ready. And Triple H says, oh, of course I'm ready. I'm ready to earn the title that's rightfully mine. I'm ready to step up, lead this company the way it should be, become a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion. And then Heyman cuts him off and says, you're not in the world title match, Hunter. You're in the trios title match. Because Randy Orton is getting the world title shot. And the fucking mood completely shifts for Triple H, as he has been effectively played by his own stable member. Orton versus Eddie trips Batista and Jindrak in the trios title match. And this part goes for 5 minutes. We then go trios title. It is Kane, Dr. Wagner Jr., and Terry Funk. And Dr. Luther will be at ringside for this just to get him on the show. Kane, Wagner, and Funk up against Triple H, Batista, and Mark Jindrak. And in this match, which goes like 15, by the way, this gets long. This gets long build because it's a fucking tree. Honestly, it could probably be longer. I'm saying 15 only because Jindrak, Funk. I want to be safe. And in this match, Kane catches trips because Triple H is all out of Funk. Pins Jindrak, but the point is, Evolution loses. Triple H is all out of whack. He has no fucking idea what's going on. He's doing his best in this match, but you could tell his mind's elsewhere, and it costs him in the end. Terry Funk takes out Triple H, like knocks him off the apron, something like that. Batista gets caught up with Dr. Wagner Jr., and Mark Jindrak takes the choke slam. 1, 2, 3. Big fucking win for the Doctors of Pain. And after the match, Triple H is going to be fucking hot. He's going to be blaming Jindrak for the loss. But Batista's going to get in the mix and say, whoa, whoa. Calm down, Hunter. Like, this is... Technically, this will be a backstage thing after the match. It is... Batista's the one who has to tell Triple H, calm down. Because Orton can still win the world title. As long as the gold's in Evolution, it shouldn't matter. Don't blame Jindrak for the loss. It happens. Like, let's move on. And Triple H begrudgingly will, like, let it slide. But tells Jindrak, you're on thin fucking ice. Because you have been losing for us way too much. I took out Wife Beater, and I will take you out as well. And this goes 4 minutes. This goes 4 minutes. So we're then going to have... God, what else do I have to build? I have a lot of shit to build still. Oh, I'm looking at this list. Oh, fuck me. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do this real quick. So this can be a 3v3 just to build. Get this, because this has kind of been set up. Where is he? Oh, he's Major Star, right? Rob Van Dam, the Great Muta, and Yoshihiro Tajiri facing off with Abyss, Mortis, and Kevin Thorne of the Ministry of the New Church. Because they attacked Van Dam, Muta and Tajiri came out. Like, let's actually build this. This match goes, we'll say 11 minutes. Let's say 10 minutes is fine. 10 minutes will get enough of their shit in that it doesn't really matter. Either way, Abyss is getting the pin on Van Dam. I'm going to keep all of the faces strong. But Abyss gets the pin on Van Dam. Clean win for the church over Van Dam. I like Van Dam, but like this is we're building Abyss. We're building Abyss. And after the match, this will be actually this is going to be an outside broadcast build. This is going to be taken pre-taped outside the show. Undertaker is talking with AJ Styles. He's very happy with how Styles is coming along. He's thrilled that AJ Styles has joined the new church. James Mitchell's thrilled that AJ Styles has joined the new church. And so, while about like thorns in the background for bodyguard duty, Abyss is doing intimidate. Like everyone's here, so to speak. Everyone is here. However, the Undertaker has some new members to induct into the ministry of the new church. So the first part of this, Undertaker hypes up AJ Styles, builds ministry trios match, or builds towards ministry trios match. This part goes for like 3 minutes, I think. Sounds about like yeah, 3. That's fine. However, this is after sending away, like he sends Abyss away alongside Thorn and Mortis because you have to go do your duty, but I still have something else to do. And what that is he's adding new members to the ministry. He's inducting new members. Because there's a couple people. There's at least 2 people I want to add. And I don't think they've been booked. And if they have, then I'll swap shit around. I want to see if there's anyone else. There actually might be, because I see a couple others who wouldn't be bad. There's a lot of people in this There's a lot of people on this roster who actually fit the mold, so to speak, of the ministry of the new church. The ones I'm going to go with specifically, though, is Taker's bringing in, we're going to say 3 people? 3 people. As the Taker. The Undertaker is going to induct, first and foremost, an agent of chaos who has already brought some, or I guess it would be 4, because he has to come with. So, first off, he's bringing in an agent of chaos, someone who has already caused issues within the ranks of CMCW, and who Taker has noticed and believes would be a great addition to the new church. And that is Ultra Mantis Black. Who, of course, was responsible for, what happened with Nash and Hall. And this is the confirmation. Yeah, Ultra Mantis is Black. The price of Mantis removing the curse from Scott Hall was turning Nash's ideals against the Clique and warping them so that Kevin Nash would abandon his Clique mates, join up with Mahoney at first, and then form the Stampede. Ultra Mantis Black is taking credit for what he has done. So this is going to be multi-part because I have to induct certain people. Yeah, confirms Nash's price, quote unquote. And this goes 3 minutes. Give Mantis some fucking time. Give Mantis some time. He deserves it. And it's basically like he made Nash build the Stampede so that AJ Styles would lose to Scott Steiner, lead to that beatdown that the ministry saved him from, and convince him to join the ministry. It was all a plan from Ultra Mantis Black, and really from The Undertaker to sway AJ Styles to their side. And Styles is just like kind of looking, and he's taking it all in, and he is like noticeably, like, he does react to this news, but he doesn't react negatively. He takes it in as part of The Undertaker's genius mixed with Ultramantis Black. And Ultramantis Black then goes, well, my Dark Master, I come bearing a gift. I come bearing a loyal soldier for you to utilize. And so with him comes Hallowicked. Because, of course, if you're going to have Ultramantis in, you got to bring in Hallowicked. The loyal soldier of Nazmul Dune joining up with The Undertaker. This part goes maybe 2 minutes. We don't need to give too much time to Hallowicked. I enjoy Hallowicked, but we don't need to give too much time to him at this point, because this is really introducing him to wrestling? Introducing him to the screen? Like, I think he's been on screen maybe once. He's been on screen at least once, because he has a gimmick. He wrestled Kevin Oates on Creativity, which I think it's Kevin Steen Kevin Oates. That's fine. I think that was a YOLO call. Cool. Get him on the screen. Get him in a stable. Get him doing something. However, they are not the only ones being inducted into this group, because Undertaker comes with 2 more people who he looks to build as his new Brothers of Destruction. He looks to make these 2 into his new disciples, his new acolytes, and that is the pairing of Brody Lee and Eric Redbeard, who will go under the names proper of Rowan and Harper. I will rename them afterwards, but you know what the hell I'm doing. And this is because, come on, nobody's using them, and like, I want to give Brody Lee something to do. Yeah, rechristens them. This part will go 3 minutes. And we close out with just a final shot, basically, of all of, like, not all of them, because obviously Mortis and Thorn and whatnot have been sent away, but we get all of the new people standing alongside Taker. Who essentially proclaims that soon he will bring about end times to CMCW. He will destroy all of the fan favorites. He will destroy everyone who stands in his way, claim the world title, claim all the gold he can, and spark an apocalypse within this company. And this part goes for 4 minutes, and it's just Taker and James Mitchell doing their best. TMOTNC. Yeah, so in total, to the Ministry of the New Church, I am adding in Ultramantis Black, Hallowicked, Brody Lee, renamed to Harper, and Eric Redbeard, renamed to Rowan. So at this point, Hallowicked's fucking lackey. He's meant to take losses. Ultramantis Black is a member? Maybe support? Support feels more correct, honestly. And then two muscles in Brody and Redbeard. Or Harper and Rowan, as they'll be renamed to here. I want to see if there's an image that's not the trucker version. There is. Nice. Okay, so give him the Luke Harper profile. And I'm curious if there's a sheep mask one. No, there's no sheep mask. Okay, that's fine. Was hoping. But that's okay. So in total, you have Mitchell. Everyone except for Hallowicked's gonna have Mitchell because Hallowicked is being managed by Mantis. Like that is his person to work off of. And obviously Mantis himself is going to be managed by Mitchell. There we go. That is everyone in that group. Expand the fucking ranks. Mostly because this stable feels like the most important fucking thing the company has. So I'm trying my fucking hardest to make this make sense. Yeah, otherwise think we're okay with this because these guys don't wrestle. These guys are not wrestling tonight. No way. So we've done everything we need to with the Ministry of the New Church. I don't need Taker or Styles wrestling. Okay. What else do I need to cover? Is there anyone overused? I'd imagine Mitchell might be popped for it, but like there's nothing I can do about that. He's a manager, so he's a manager and he leads the group. He kind of needs to be there. Okay. Dudley's and World's Greatest Tag Team. I'm gonna just make that a tables match. Just get them on the show. This one is definitely more of a why not? But like, come on. Dudley's should be on the card. World Wrestling Greatest Tag Team should be on the card. Like, I'll give them 10 minutes. Dudley's are winning. Like, this is a nothing match, but it's a nothing match that has tables in it. You know, clean table, boom, done. Get that on the card. And then I'll do... This is not going to be a match. It's just going to be an in-ring. Jeff Jarrett comes out. He's going to be cutting a promo, basically saying, I'm pissed off. I should be the television champion, but I'm not. I should have been in that scramble. Instead, it was a bunch of people nobody even knows. Why am I not getting any sort of feature? Why am I not getting anything handed to me here in CMCW? He's having a fucking moan. Just Jeff Jarrett complains about the TV title for 3 minutes. Gets interrupted by Jimmy Wang Yang, who comes out and basically tells Jeff, hey, I agree with you. You should be the television champion. even if you lost to Mick Foley and you know, Jimmy Wang Yang gets to do a comedy bit. Comes out in quote unquote support of Jeff Jarrett. This goes for like 3 minutes. I'll give them time. Add a copy. Jarrett and Jimmy get to go back and forth for a little bit. Not long, maybe like 2 minutes. You know, keep it on comedy focus for the moment. And then Jimmy Wang Yang eat a guitar shot from Jeff Jarrett. Like, don't piss me off, Slapnuts. Guitar shot. There's your pay-per-view segment. And this is just get them on the show because I like that pairing. I want to see more from them. Just haven't done much. Okay. Orton and Eddie. I have to do Orton and Eddie. I'm gonna before that because there's other things I have to do. I'm gonna do a segment backstage of Sting and Eddie Guerrero. Basically both of them wishing each other quote unquote luck in the upcoming matches. Like Sting is kind of telling Eddie, you know, if I need to get involved to win the belt, I will. And Eddie's kind of like, but you got the Ohio 5 to worry about, so leave Orton to me. I got it. All like they're playfully bantering, but you also know like, okay, so this is a match that people actually might want to see. Anyhow, I'm gonna get the cruiserweight title out the way. This is going to be a triple threat match. Because Hurricane beat Ray, so he should be in this match. This is just a kill this stuff off. Kenta, because he attacked Mysterio, tried to unmask him, and then Rey Mysterio himself, obviously, will be in the match. This is a cruiserweight title battle. Who do I want winning? What's Kenta's pop? What's his pop look like? I wanna take a look here. Oof. Does not have a lot of U.S. popularity. Sad thing is he's good too. Do I dare? Do I dare give him the belt? I think the answer is yes. 13 minutes. Kenta pins Ray by cheating. Actually, you know what? Get the Hurricane out of here. This is just Kenta and Ray. Hurricane, I'm not following you up. Kenta Ray, 13 minutes. Kenta's cheating to win. Protect Ray so he doesn't lose pop, hopefully. Or no, fuck it. Just Kenta wins. Open. Tainted. Pin. Because Ray, flash pin. Ray tries to do the 619 and Kenta does the Chris Jericho mask rip off the face, roll him up. 1, 2, 3, get the cruiserweight title in 13 minutes. Yeah, protect him so he doesn't lose pop, hopefully. Still gonna be mad, but you know. And post-match, Kenta can celebrate and do the hold the mask in one hand and the title in the other. Yeah, just give Kenta a good push. Why not? I like Kenta. It should be a lot more over than he is. Okay. As for Jericho, I'm gonna finally reveal something. So, Jericho's going to have a in-ring promo alongside the rest of Jericho Appreciation Society. So Collier's there, Matt Stryker is there, Samoa Joe is there. This is like 4 minutes at first of just Jericho hyping up Samoa Joe, saying, he has creative control for one night. He can cash it in whenever he wants, have creative control. Basically, Money in the Bank. Jericho has made up, and I'm going to make this a title so it can be defended. I'm going to make up the creative control, which is a Money in the Bank type stipulation. However, I am going to put a rule on this thing. If it gets cashed in, you can't use it for the rest of the cycle. Just so that way, I don't have to deal with, like, here is this title being defended every fucking show. Like, no. Creative control. You get to cash it in, and it goes dormant. You don't touch it until after the next pay-per-view. And even then, you have to earn it in a match, or you have to get it in a segment, or whatever the fuck. I don't care. Alter champion. Replace it with Samoa Joe. Joe is the first champion. So this is just Chris Jericho brags about Joe having quote unquote creative control. It is for 4 minutes. However, there's someone at ringside. There's a certain celebrity at ringside who I hired for this one show because fuck you, it's a pay-per-view. And Jericho's going to take notice of this. He's going to go up to Wayne Brady of Whose Line Is It Anyways fame and get into an arguing match with him. And this goes for another 4 minutes. Leads to Jericho demanding a match. Not with Wayne Brady, Jesus Christ. But it leads to him arguing. So this goes 8. He's probably not going to want to be scripted, is he? No, he is? Well, Wayne Brady, you're a fucking nice dude. Yeah, I'm going to have it be improvised anyway. And so Jericho is going to wrestle. He is going to take on... This could be where Hurricane comes into play, honestly. You know what? No. Because we haven't... Somehow, he hasn't been used. Ron Killings. Or he got used in a battle royal. By me. It was by me. He got used once and nobody else has used him. So fuck it. Chris Jericho and Ron Killings. It's going to be a 10-minute match. And Killings is going to pin Jericho after interference from Wayne Brady. Because why the fuck not? Let's use this to build somebody. Huh? Well, look at that. We're actually putting in effort. I'm putting in effort to build a star. I'm putting in effort to build somebody. Tainted pin, outside interference, Wayne Brady. And obviously all of JAS and Brady are at ringside. So, but like, these three get thrown out, and then Brady does his one punch to Jericho, who flops, and then we get Wayne Brady and Ron Killings getting to celebrate together. It's like, come on. That's fun. That's just fun. give them something to do. You know, just have fun. Just have fun. Okay. So that's that. God, what does that leave me with? Oh, it leaves me with that. Right. Okay. Who do I want involved in this? I see one name. I don't know if I want it to be him or not, but I see a name. Is there anyone else who makes sense? As if not, it's just gonna be him. Oh no. I see two names that make sense. That might be a tag team. Oh, fuck. That's a tag team. No, it's a tag team. Okay. I think I need to turn one of them face. You need to go face. Alright. You can't do gimmicky cartoonish. God damn it. Okay, never mind. Not you. I need someone who could do gimmicky cartoonish. Who else can do gimmicky cartoonish? I'm looking at heels only. That would help. Any disposition. I can't do Officer Dan Barry for this. Otherwise, I would. It would make too much sense. Problem is your heel. The problem is your heel. And if I turn you, it's going to have no build. I could start building you to turn and just not do it yet. Like, come on, it makes too much sense for it to be him. I think I got it. I got it. Okay, I got it. You're going back to your Johnny Curtis name. You're keeping the picture, though. Because, you're not a dancer anymore. You're a spy in training, baby. And you're not alone on that front. Because there's a Paul Burchill here. Wasabi, I blame you. I blame you for making me do this. Because this is outside broadcast, angle, pre-tape, comedy, really. It's Dean Malenko. It's Johnny Curtis. Oh, I didn't realize he was that bad to start with. Young sex appeal would be funny. And it's Paul Burchill. This goes 5 minutes. This is what we're doing. This is what we're fucking doing. Doing Malenko. Honestly, they should be agent. They should just be agents. They should just be agent names. It should be Agent Curtis and Agent Burchill. That's what we're doing. Yep, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. 2.5 hours in, and this is what we're doing. Buy-in training and Spirit Paul. Make them a tag team. Agents B and C. Figure out a tag finish later. But you guys are managed. That's Joey Legend. You guys are managed by Dean Malenko. Dean Malenko, now a manager. Is he going to be good at it? Probably not. But this is what we're doing. Oh, okay. All right, that's out the way. I'm down to 5 things on my notes, which is actually really nice. The problem is one of them is the Ohio 5, and I need that to actually take time. This is a 6-hour show, by the way, I believe. Yeah, this is a 6-hour show already, not counting the pre-show. So, best of luck to people trying to watch this in one sitting in real life. How about I just add a pre-show tag match to get somebody over? This match means nothing. This is just I'm putting them on. Brawling Brutes and the Briscoes. Let's just do this. Let's just do this for 10 minutes. I'm giving Sheamus the win. Because I want Sheamus to look decent. But like, sure. It's the pre-show. Who cares? It's the most, get them on the card. Team BYU can get a, give them a vignette. Give them a fucking another vignette where it's like more so hyping up MVP and Elijah. But, you know, Monty Brown did get the hardcore title for a bit. Yeah, just hyping those once more. I have nothing else to really add to that. It's like a 3-minute thing. Just get them on the show. Because I wanted to do something with them, but I had nothing to really go off of. Same thing with this gimmick. Jeremy Borash, go interview Chris Masters. We're doing this bit again. I like, mostly because I actually like this bit. I think it's a funny, I thought it was a funny thing Eric did, and I want to continue it. Get 3 minutes. There. Keep that simple. I'm going to take a guess one of the road agents is overworked. So I think that flashed. No, somehow. Somehow the road agents and referees are fine. Okay. Neat. Okay. The main events. And by that I mean the tag match I have to book, and then also the world title match. 5v5 elimination. First things first. This is just a 5v5 elimination. No special gimmick. Probably goes 15. Dupree. Conway. Morgan. That's Matt Menard. Magnus. Dinsmore. Michaels. Sting. And 3 baby faces who would make sense for this team. Who have like been standing up for this company, I guess is the way to put it. Sabu. Why not? He's actually been like, oh, but no, not Sabu. Fuck, the hardcore title still has yet to be booked. God damn it. Who would make sense? Hurricane, I guess. Hurricane's not wrestling. He could be in this. He could be on this team. Dustin Rhodes and Paul London. Why not? Because that's a Shawn Michaels thing. He would absolutely put Paul London on his team. All right. How the fuck? Am I gonna do this? Because, like, I don't know. I think the way I do this, honestly, I think I just have to pull the fucking trigger on this. I think I just have to pull the trigger on this. Sting's turning heel. Wait, no. No, that's a dumb idea. Sting shouldn't be the one turning heel. Then it'd have to be Shawn. It'd have to be Shawn. Because I knew I was having someone turn heel to go with the Ohio 5 because they need they need someone with name power, and like it would have to be Shawn. It would have to be Shawn. There will be enough angles throughout the night where it's teased. Yeah, it'll just have to be Shawn who turns. Because in total, obviously, holy fuck, keep every babyface strong. Because they need popularity to not die. Open, tainted, technically, pinfall, turn, Shawn on Sting. The elimination order is as follows. Paul London, first one out because he's eliminated by Matt Morgan. That feels correct. Like, I'm sorry. Paul London, I love you, but like, you're gonna die to Matt Morgan here. Then will be Mark Magnus. Then will be Dustin. No, have it be Dustin Rhodes, then Mark Magnus. Because if anyone's gonna drop, it would be Magnus. So Paul, Dustin, Mark. Then Hurricane. So it's Shawn and Sting versus Dupree, Conway, Dinsmore, Morgan. Dinsmore out next. Then Matt Morgan. Down to a 2v2. Then Conway. Then Shawn, then Sting. They're going to be pissed. I know they are. But we have to do it. Please don't be overused. Thank God. And because you're the only one who can actually be on screen, Michaels, Dupree, stand tall. There we go. Oh, hold on. Get Dustin Rhodes the fuck out of there. Davey Boy Smith Jr., get down here. I forgot you were in this feud. Just forgot you were here. You're not lasting long. In fact, you're still the second elimination. Paul London still goes out before you, because at least Davey Boy is a big fucking lad. Huh? Oh, kept strong. Alright, well, Davey Boy doesn't have to be kept strong. Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. Davey Boy Smith Jr. was involved in this. You fucking do this. And we'll go with like a backstage thing. This will be Sean rallying the team. Sean, Sting, Paul, Davey Boy. Davey Boy's like barely fucking there. Davey Boy's, because this part goes only 2 minutes. Sean rallies the troops. Everyone fucking leaves. It's just Sean and Sting. Sting talks to Sean about getting rid of. Yeah, agrees to quote unquote end the problem, because the problem's not the Ohio 5. The problem is Sting. Look to bury the issue, I guess is a better way to put it. And we're also gonna have a this will be interview earlier in the night. JB asking Sean like, hey, do you actually have people like who is on your team? Sean confirms, yeah, Davey Boy, and we got 2 others. Sean confirms he has built a team to combat the Ohio 5. That goes 5 minutes. Just to get enough time to build the turn. And I think that just, thankfully, finally, leaves the main event. I don't think there's anything else I need to book. I hope there's nothing else I need to book. God damn. Hardcore title. Wait, what titles? What titles? Booked. About to book. Done. 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 Can't. Fuck. Done. Okay. Hardcore title and the world. Fucking Magnum Tokyo. You. Oh, man. What do I do with you? What do I do with Magnum Tokyo? Honestly, no. I'm not doing a hardcore title match. I have nothing in mind for you. You beat Sabu. You did it clean. It was a flash pin. What am I going to do? Do a rematch? No. Fuck it. Let somebody else do that problem. Eddie Guerrero, Randy Orton, world title. World heavyweight title, Guerrero and Orton. This match was a 92 before. What do I want it to go? I always put in EDIE. It's ED. It's EDDY. Wow, they have consistency. They have crazy consistency. They also the problem is Orton's experience is a bit low. Good psych. Fuck it. 20 minutes. Orton beats Eddie. Clean as a fucking whistle. Just 20 minutes, straight up. Randy Orton wins. And post-match, Evolution come out to celebrate with Orton. And Triple H locks eyes with the world title and is forced to just simmer in it. That is the entirety of the show. If I had 2 more minutes, that is... Oh, no. I would have to cut 8. I'd have to cut 8 minutes. I'd have to cut 8 minutes to make it a 7-hour show. Don't care. Don't care. We don't need to reorder the pre-show. Pre-show's fine. I will have Heyman do his office rundown for 4 minutes just to hype up the fans. Do that. Do I just want to leave this order as is? Probably not, right? Let's see. Bob Sapp low key is fine. That can do it. Like, that can just be the opener because nobody gives a fuck about that match. Regal coaches Danielson. Regal coaching Danielson leading to Test abandoning Rhino is cool. Actually, no. Regal coaching Danielson leads to the tag. Which gets to this. Then Test abandons Rhino. DDP steps in. Then we get Sarah Del Rey doing the interview. Drag her off to Focus. Then we have the triple threat, because this actually doesn't have a lot of build. Get the triple threat match. We then get Emi Sakura's interview. Oops. We go Daphne Mischief. No. We go Ayako and Mako versus Molly and Sarah. Get the post match. Get the hype up of Awesome Kong. Get Dan Barry asks Chuck Taylor for help, says no. Dan Barry versus Private Eye. That leads into the Beautiful People segment. Goes to Cena. Need 10 minutes to clean up all the shit. Goes... Let's see here. That can go to the women's tag.
Actually, that could just be beautiful people. Then the tag. Then we do Cena doing this. That goes to the tag title match. Goes to this. Oh, this is post match, by the way. I forgot about that. Goes to Punk and the Hardys. This then leads into Sean. Sean can do his first thing. He does his interview here. Actually, Sean to do the interview. Then we get Punk and the Hardys. Then we go to we need a match. Then we go to Angelina Love and Victoria. Sure. We then go to Raven preaching, goes to the tag, the stand tall, goes to Christian Cage, goes into Test and Cena, Sweeney sides. This goes to the this goes to the Evolution segment. Evolution then leads to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle then leads to the women's. No. This has to go here. This has to just go here. Goes off on everyone. Goes to Gail Kim, Trish, and Lita, and Awesome Kong. Celebrate the Town Hall, the 6-man tag. Then we get Generico Steen set up. We get Kobashi preparing. We get the US title. Boom. Boom. Triple H is hot after the match. Pissed off. Whatever. You get the taped segment where build up the fucking Ministry of the New Church. Super Generation Army and the Click can go after that. No, do the other 6-man. Do Van Dam and Masters of the Mist. Eddie and Sting. Super Generation Army. Do the vignette here. Dudley Boys. Do the Jarrett segment. No, do the Sean segment. Then do the Jarrett segment. Then do the BYU vignette. Then you do Jericho's bullshit. Masters is really high up the card for some reason. Put Masters down here and swap Triple H to be after Jericho. And give this more time. Okay. Oh, okay. So this all is fine. I'm going to save. In case the game crashes, I'm going to save. There we go. Goes to Kenta and Ray. Goes to the celebration. We have no angles here. I need Eddie to talk after that match. I need Eddie with JB so he can go to this, go to this, go to this, go to this. Boom, done. Yeah, just JB with Eddie. Just JB with Eddie. Get him on the fucking... Get Eddie on the mic. Give them 5 minutes. There. I'll have 5 and Sean. Get that. Get one last little promo. We haven't had Orton much. JB with Orton. Basically saying, it's my destiny to be world champion. Triple H held me back. Shit like that. All right. I think we're good. I need to add one match aim, which is really just going to be like a storytelling or something. Put storytelling on this. We put storytelling onto this. Now comes the problem of having to do creative ideas. I'm going to do that off camera so we can just get to the show. All right. All of the setup is done and over with. Would be oh shit, we would be penalized for this. Well, not all the setup. We're gonna add 5 minutes to that match. This is where we just add minutes to matches wherever we can, because as it turns out, we need more time. This can go 15. Need to hit 65 somehow. This can go 13. This can go 11. This can go... No, leave that as is. That's fine. That's fine. What can I add time to? Probably add time to this. Bring it up to 13, I think. I think I'm okay with that. Still at 62%. Nobody's overused. Good. I'll give more time to Christian. I'll give him 5 minutes, not 3. Not that that helps. That's an angle, but I'm giving him more time regardless. Test and Cena could be a longer match. That could be 10 instead of 12. Give them more time. Angelina Love and Victoria could go 8 minutes instead of 6. I'm just trying to figure out what timing I could even do. This tag match could actually go longer. This could go... Fuck it, give them 15. Good lord. 63. We're scraping for these. This can go... How long is that interview go? 3. This can go an additional 2. Let's go 10. This can go 13. Still 63 minutes. This can honestly go up to 10. I just need to cut angle time then. Nothing I can do. I just have to actually cut down on angle time because I'm not moving the needle enough. There's 64. Everything here can lose 1 minute. I feel bad cutting them, but like that. This can also lose a minute. The moment it hits 65, I'm sending it. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, let's look. It's just people unhappy. We're fine. We're fucking fine. Holy shit. All right. Start the show. Woo. Okay, 22 opens it up. That's fine. It's the pre-show. Nobody cares. Right? And very good rating, no notes. Awesome. Good on you. $57. Not bad. Actually pretty solid. I did do an inspirational speech, so it does help, but 88. Good way to open. 57. Fine. I'm okay with that. 68. 74. Edge took a bit of a hit to his performance. Edge and Steiner showed chemistry. Okay. Steiner and Edge tag team. Sure. 74. Guess got a 50. Don't put him in long matches. I guess that's fine. Sure. It's got a 68. Even on the failed angle idea, got the crowd hotter. Feel bad. It sucks that the angle failed. Or the angle idea failed. Oh well. 37. That's fine. Nice! Nice, dude. And Mahoney almost outperformed Scott Hall. Which is crazy. Fucking okay. 55 is okay. You're not turning yet. 42, and it cooled the crowd. Nah, what are you gonna do? 44, turn, complete success. Nice. 43. That did better than I thought it would. Good, coach. Good on you. 33. Didn't kill the crowd. I'll take that. 17. Well, this did exactly what I wanted it to, and it was to calm the crowd. Gave the crowd a breather. Cool. Fucking kill this program. 26. All right. Whatever. 49. All right. Whatever. 58. That's fine. Jazz being off her game kind of sucks, admittedly. 48. Now we do this. Don't do comedy bullshit. Gotcha. This counted as a shock turn? How did that count as a shock turn? I built it. Whatever. 54. It's okay. 68. That's actually pretty alright. Nice, dude. Get AMW some fucking reps. Get them over. 79. Not yet. 65. Okay. That's whatever. 66. Did a lot better than I thought it would. Angelina Love is certainly there. 48. It's okay. 70. All right. Cool. Cool. This got a 70. Didn't think it would. 60 to close this part out. Nice. 75. Good shit. Team Canada. 77. Lack of psych, but the creative finish was a success. Good fucking match, actually. Crazy good for these two. And then the post match got a 55. That's a great rating, no notes. Fine enough. This does exactly what I wanted it to. 88. Ooh, there we go. Good shit, Kurt. 63. That's fine. Yeah, Awesome Kong is getting better, but getting the belt off of her because I can't fucking. I hate to say it, but it's like her popularity's not going up fast, and people aren't booking her the way I was thinking they would have with her as champ. So, Gail Kim can get the belt. That's fine. 62. 90. Huh. Alright, well. Cool. Good evolution second. 82 on this match? Okay. Yeah, dude. Fucking sure. Why not? 82 on the fucking trios tag. 47 for these two. That's fine. 70. Might have been capped. No, just naturally hit a 70. Okay. 75. Failure of a creative finish does hold it back a bit, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Good match. Good match for these four. Especially Steen. This probably helps him a lot more than it does anyone else. But just the good match. 65 for the post match. That's fine. 46 for this bit. I'll take it. 50. Ooh. Oh, because the fucking angle idea failed. Taker and Styles looked good. Rowan had a good roll. Okay. Fucking. I'm trying to get people over, man. I'm trying. I am fucking trying. 78 on the 6-man tag is nice. I'll take that. Yeah, 78. Who was the weak link? Thorne with 31. That sounds about right. Jesus Christ, Van Dam. 92, huh? This got ratings capped. 70 on here. Not fucking bad. Good. Super Generation Army. Get yourself fucking over, please. I need Akiyama and Nakamura to start doing shit. 33. Cooled the crowd. Fuck it. He's marketable to poor rating, and he has a penalty to his psych and his charisma, but he's fucking marketable. Poor rating, no notes. Okay, well, look, I'm trying to finish. I'm trying to do Wasabi's bullshit. 81, back to white hot, even with a creative finish failure. Oh well. That's fine. 90. Rallying the troops gets a 90. Okay. 62. Okay. Fine. This did fine. 47. Yeah, it's a video package for these guys. What do you want? 68 on this. Smo Cho is underwhelming. Oh well. Fucking Wayne Brady, get your shit in. 76. Good fucking match, actually. Held back by the crowd a bit, just because Ron Killings isn't over. But, like, good match. 74 on the post match. Alright, we're getting Ron Truth something. 80. Good shit. Yeah, Jindrak underperforming is not surprising, but, like, Trips and Batista are here to carry, so. 81 on Kenta Ray. Ah, there we go. Yeah, get Kenta over. Get this guy fucking going. If he's putting on 55s from unimportant with like less than 20 popularity in the US, brother, get this guy fucking over. Come on. 41, that's fine. He has no pop. 82. 72. I'll take it. I'll take a 72. Turn Sean heel. Small penalty to charisma, that's fine. Turn went badly. Fuck's sake. Whatever. It'll grow over time, or it won't. I don't fucking know. I do wish you could turn off that. Just now thought of this. There's no way to turn that off in TEW, is there?
As if there was, I would absolutely turn that off. Like, we should be able to turn people whenever. If you have turn disposition timings off, then you should be able to just turn freely. Like, whatever. I'm complaining about it because Sean failed the turn, but I don't care. He's in the Ohio 5. I got Ohio 6? He's their mentor, so whatever. 65. Wow, that did not as good as I thought it would. 88. Not as good as their first match. Not as good as their first match, but that's still fucking a great match either way. Orton gets the belt too, so we are keeping the Evolution pipeline going. Close things out with a 77. We finish the show. 91 overall. There we go. That's a fucking phenomenal show, actually. It's a long boy, but Orton gets the belt. All right. It's fucking Sean. Hey, sorry the fans didn't take you. You should have been better. Like, they should have taken you better. This is the fans' fault. Triple H. I hate to praise this guy, but like, holy shit, you put in a fucking night's work, didn't you? And I'll go Kenta. Kenta did really fucking good. Kenta honestly did really fucking good tonight, so boost popularity everywhere. Every single fucking region. A good chunk of them gaining 2 points. This was a fantastic show. Patting myself on the back, Barry Horowitz style, and I don't care. Media scrum. Look, I just liked having him. Make shows feel special. Chase Stevens will benefit. Nakamura will benefit. Huge success. Roster should be proud. Not committing to anything. I'm glad he's having a good time. I'm surprised they didn't go after me for any of the turns, but I don't care. Okay. Now. Oh boy. Now would be doing hirings, firings. Brother, I'm doing that off screen. This went 3 hours. Oh shit, hold on. Yeah, I go to rehab. I had a feeling. Painkillers. You can get fined. Small negative impact. Fuck's sake. Punk click building. Him, Joe, and Danielson. Heyman. Van Dam credible. El Generico's charisma is a lot of upside. He is the funny number. That's true. Chris. Oh my god, Jim. This is like the third time. I should have done a segment where it's just Jim Ross hypes up Chris Harris. Fucking hell. Anyhow. That is the entire show. However, I have one more thing I'm gonna do here. I have one more thing I'm gonna do. We have too many people. And I think a developmental would help. So I'm just going to invest probably 25 in home region. Located in... Where are we located? Are we located in New England? We're located in New England. Yeah. We're gonna make a what would I call this? The Creative Mode Championship Wrestling. What do we call this? It's the developmental. I'm just calling it tutorial level. Fuck it. Just leaving this empty for the time being. Product is 3 Ring Circus, same as us. Good. Create. Yep. All right. We're going to send a lot of people down there. You'll find out next time. You'll find that out next time. But until then, this is Mr. Leedles. And for the second cycle of CMCW, I'll see y'all next time for the beginning of the third cycle. Until then, signing off.